Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning here in Austin, Texas. This is day 1191 of the 3 Plus Minutes of Planks Challenge. And as always, I'm filled with gratitude. Thoughts on my mind this morning. A good friend of mine, Jen, reached out to me yesterday. Hadn't talked to each other for months. Our most recent conversations a few months ago was her just dealing with things that were happening in her life, changes that were coming about, and her trying to find herself and get herself out of, I guess, this down state, depressive state. And she would just kind of talk to me to sort of get advice and just to talk to someone to listen to what she was going through without being judgmental. And then every once in a while, she'll just ask me questions of like, what would I do, things of the sort. Well, she reaches out to me yesterday and just sort of talking about her life. And I asked her how she's doing, and she was just in a really good space. And I thought that was really, really wonderful. She was talking about just these major improvements that are happening in her life. And here's the funny thing about it. A lot of her life and things, situations around her life hadn't really changed. What had changed for her was her perspective and how she was approaching it. And then the last thing she said was, I guess there is really something about learning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And that line hit me in a really interesting way. I thought it was a powerful statement. First and foremost, it's a lot of what I talk about. It's a lot of the places that I am. And I was like, wow, it's really cool that she said that. And I knew that a lot of it came from the spaces and where I was and a lot of the things that I talk about. I realized that the more I put myself in these uncomfortable spaces, the more I find a lot more about myself, and the more I grow. And also there's some pain that comes with it, but in dealing with all of that, all of a sudden you start seeing yourself differently. You start seeing the things that you accomplish. You start seeing the things that make you you. And you realize that life isn't as bad as you make it out to be. You start shifting. And so her texting yesterday was just a reminder of the direction I'm going, and also it inspired me, because in moments we may not feel we're as strong as we are, but in time that we realize that we are, as long as we take those steps. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. As always, be blessed today and every day. Thank you for listening. Peace.